What's going on, everybody? Fitz Valley Constrictors here, and welcome back to the channel. Before I go any further, I want to thank Jerome from No Limit Royals. Dude, thank you for the live last night. I went back and watched the whole thing and finally got all the comments and all the people that commented in the chat. And I'm going to address some of those comments right now in this video. And I just want to thank you for joining, man. I watched the video as well, and I loved it. I think it went really, really well, and I'm super thankful to you, man. It was really awesome. Thankful for the chat. It was so cool to watch all your comments. I did watch them all and read them all, and I will speak on some of them here in this video as well. So before we go any further, let's hit that intro and get to the video. All right, so in today's video, I'm just going to check on some snakes here, some of the hatchlings, some of the stuff that have for sale still, as well as some of the stuff that is already sold or on hold, as well as doing a sys feed. Now, I'm not really going to do, hey, this is how you do a sys feed. I'm just going to do a sys feed while I talk on the camera about different things that are going on. Much like last night's live, which was just awesome. Like I've already said, it was awesome. Good time. I wish I wouldn't have brought old girl out last night, you know? Or I would have handled her a little bit throughout the day. I was afraid if I was handling her through the day, she would have just wanted to crawl over on me while the whole time while I was doing the live, and then that would have been a scary thing, because once she's out and moving around, she's good to go. Most, like all snakes, are kind of like that, being honest with you. Once they're out and about and comfortable and you have them and you realize you're not hurting them, they're fine, and she's pretty chill and relaxed. You still got to keep an eye on her, because you know you might startle her and she'll get a strike on you, but she's pretty okay. She is handleable. Okay, so I just want to let y'all know that that's the truth. But I probably should have handled her a little bit anyway. And I was kind of hoping she was just going to sleep on the branch. And evidently, I stressed her out a little bit, I think. And that's okay, because she doesn't get a ton of exercise. These snakes will sit in one spot every single day and almost all night long, all the time. So it's okay. She's fine. And she's happy-go-lucky today. So all is well. All right, so first thing I'm gonna look at is this Super Orange Dream holdback. I love this snake. This is why I'm holding it back. This is Possible Het genetic stripe, and she is a great little feeder, and I love her so much. Now, she is one of my holdbacks, and I usually don't hold anything back, honestly. I usually breed certain things to hold back. In this group, I was kind of hoping for what I got, actually, to be honest with you, and I'll show you that here in a minute. That is actually the snake that I'm going to have to assist feed, but that's okay. But this girl is definitely a holdback as well, and I love her to death. Just love her. I love these Super ODs. Whoa, easy, easy. With those nice train tracks going down. Not het pied. Not het pied. But a good sign for me. All right, next up is... Ow! I attacked. Are we good now? Are we good now? Easy? Thank you. Joel, your snake, who just tagged me because he thought I was feeding him. It was very light tag. Didn't break the skin. I think I was quick enough to pull away. But beautiful snake. This is going out to Joel. This is on hold. And this is a Champagne Orange Dream, Possible Het genetic stripe, and possible Mojave as well. Possible Mojave as well. Probably didn't tell you that, Joel, but now you know. So, first question. This is for my good friend over there at Desert Wolf. Desert Wolf, yes, when I do live interviews and stuff, I usually just try to concentrate on the person I'm doing the interview with. I want them to know that I respect the fact that they came onto my channel, so I'm just giving them all due respect. When I do lives where just random lives and have people come in and we hang out and stuff, I definitely read the chats. But while I'm doing like interview stuff or hanging out directly with one-on-one with a person, I usually don't read the chats until afterwards. And then I go back and make comments on them like I'm doing right now. So don't worry, I promise I'll always read the comments. I don't want to leave any of my subscribers hanging. But when we do regular kind of get-togethers, which I hope you'll join one of mine one of these days soon, then we just all read the comments and we all hang out like you all normally do. So that's just the difference. I just want to put that out there. All right, next up is Mojave Orange Dream. This snake is on my morph market. She was a little bit of a picky eater at first. Sorry, he was a little bit of a picky eater at first, and then turned around and became the machine. So this is the machine. Look at that beautiful neck stripe. One thing I love about these snakes is these nice markings that they have on them. Now you might not be able to see. That side's pretty cute too, but we all want to see this side. But I love the side neck stripe on the head on that. Just beautiful. I don't want to stress you out either. And they just had a meal yesterday, so I do want to be careful. But big, fat, and sassy, crazy blushings going up the side. She is on the morph market, and she's also Possible Het genetic stripe. Go on, sweetie. LJ will be here to water tonight. Awesome. So I won't have to do it. Really cool. All right. So I have some notes down here. If you see me looking down, that's the reason why. These balls, I just want to let you know that you were amazing, dude. I love all the stuff that you're doing. Definitely gonna hit you up here pretty soon to have you on my show. Maybe one night that you're free, on Thursday that you might be free, and I can kind of pick your brain, and maybe the stuff that I'm asking will be relevant to a lot of the people in the chat as well. I don't see why not. You are full of a bunch of information, and I got a lot of stuff I got to ask you. I got a lot of stuff coming up pretty soon, like getting a few things pretty soon that I want to go to you for tips and tricks on. I like what you do. I like how you set stuff up. I like how you display your stuff, and you're the one I decided that I'd like to do that. So hopefully you'll help me out. Anyway, I'll be hitting you up soon. All right, next up, this girl right here, the Beast. She normally strikes at me as soon as I open up. That said, once you get her up, like all snakes, good to go. Always tongue flickering, no matter what. Always tongue flickering, which is really good. Again, another very healthy eater girl right here. I probably have to update her stuff too. She's an awesome snake. She's possible het genetic stripe. It's possible there's Orange Dream in there. I have a Cinnamon OD, but let me show you this. Let me show you the difference here. Now, this is her dad actually. He's a Cinnamon Orange Dream 100% het genetic stripe. Now, as you can tell, he's really got stretched out side patterns, where this one doesn't have as many stretched out patterns, but it does have some. On the belly, we have some speckling that come. It's very hard to show you with snakes on the side, but we have some speckling on the belly, which is something you kind of want to see for Orange Dream. And this snake has that as well. So it might be a low expression, not really positive. But I do have, it is a high expression Orange Dream stuff that I put to it. The mom and dad both were coming from some high expression stuff. Of course, originating from Ozzy Boyd, and I got from Garrick Meyer. So this girl is also on the Morph Market. Super healthy girl, and you'll never have a problem with her. And she's a sweetheart. She really is. But she's always ready to eat. So she thinks when you first come to see her, it's all about food. Again, most snakes are like that. I think a lot of people are turned off from snakes because the first time they ever get a snake and the first time they go to feed a snake, they open a thing or they go near it and the snake goes wham, you know, and they're like, whoa, they have no idea. It takes a little bit of time to learn about your snakes. So the best research is done by yourself and by multiple different areas so that you can really find out what you want to do. But it's a common thing and they chill really quickly. Not all snakes, but ball pythons for the most part, they do. All right, next question. Newspaper. No, newspaper isn't horrible for it's not going to kill your snakes. I know people still use it today. I was just making the point that it wasn't necessarily the ink that they were talking about. After finding out things, it was a worry that the chemicals they use to clean the presses and the printers and stuff like that, that could be the issue. Again, no data is on that. I don't look at anybody holding their stuff on newspaper in any sort of way at all. It never even phases me. Although, if you're going to sell something on Morph Market, I suggest you take a very nice picture of your animal. That is the best part. And if you're on Morph Market, when you do display your pictures, they really should be, you know, as genuine as possible and of good quality. It's important. I see a lot of crazy pictures on Morph Market that I'm just like, why are they even on here selling stuff? It's insane. All right, let's move on. This is a normal right here. Oh, you come out of shed? You did? Oh, look at that. So pretty. How pretty. Oh, it is a pretty shed too. Some sheds are prettier than others, just the way it is. This is a really dark female. She's possible het genetic stripe. She is for sale. $49 on the Morph Market. Yes, I know you can get snakes, normal snakes, for a lot cheaper than that. But if you're paying $100 to get a snake shipped to your house from my place, you're going to take care of it because this snake means just as much to me as any one of these snakes in here. Now, that doesn't mean that, well, why aren't you holding her back, you're saying. The care and the health of all these animals are equally the same. My future plans on what I would like to do with these animals have a different curve to that. So I just want to be clear about that in case somebody's thinking they wanted to say something weird. By the way, balls and strikes, I've lived in South Carolina and I'm not opposed to checking out some homes in South Carolina, but if I move there, you better be ready to play poker and you got to play every Wednesday night, no matter what. Wife kicks you out of the house, you have to sleep on the couch. Deal? But beautiful normal, pos het genetic stripe. Love this girl too. She's a great eater. Great eater. Crazy belly. She's got the crazy belly. I like seeing weird things, you know what I mean? When they're pos hets, the crazier things are and the weirder things are and not as normal things are the things that I do kind of look for. I'm not saying that she is het. I'm just saying that those are the kind of things I look for. And this girl's sweet. Great eater. Hefty. Hefty snake right here. Ooh. Now I got one more for this clutch I'm going to show you all here in a few minutes. It's going to be a longer video. I hope you're all going to stay in there with me and stick around. I want to make sure I got all the comments. Okay, also I want to say it's nice to see you too, Gay. It was really good to see you joining in. I wanted my girl to get it out of her system too, so I'm glad she made a strike and got it out of her system, but I don't think I'll do it that way next time. I think I'll work with her a little bit more that day and just kind of present her. I was kind of hoping to get away with her just sitting chilling in the background, and maybe I will be able to do that in the future, just with a different setup. Something where I'm not so close to her and she's seeing my movements. So I know a lot of people like it, but again, I'm not in it to stress my snakes out. Show you the difference in these normals. As you can see, one's really, really dark and the pattern's kind of solid kind of pattern, where there's a lot of granite and speckling in the pattern on this one right here. And it's a lot lighter. It has a lot more prominent, lighter kind of dorsal, as where this one just has little bits of dorsal. This one does too, but it's more concurrent going all the way down. And this is a Posset Lavender Albino. My mom was a Mojave and the father was a GHI 100% het albino. Great snake right here. This is a male. I do believe, yes, this one's the male. Great eater. This one is a great eater as well. She's already sitting there saying, we're eating again. Not you today, but one of your friends will be eating. I have to assist her though, unfortunately. And this is the female. Again, she has that same kind of granite-y color. She is a Posset Lavender Albino. Some people think they can tell markers from albinos or not. I can't. But there you go. One thing I do say about my albino stuff that's usually het is they have that really nice line stripe across their head and the very, very dark line stripe under going between their eye and the light part of the top of their lip. And this one does have that. That's just something I kind of noticed for lavender stuff. I have a female that is a Posset Lavender that looks like that. I'll be proving her out sometime down the road. She's being proved out other ways right now. Not proved out, but she's doing work for other things. This one is a little bit more spirited, but I'll tell you what, I always say that the females that are spirited are usually ones that make the best breeders because they are just ready to go. So there we go. There you go, sweetheart. You just ate. You don't need another meal. All right, I think I answered all the kind of main questions. There was another question from Critters that was asking about feeding. I had a male that was breeding, and he's kind of picky. He was going off of food, and what should they do, and that. But Jerome gave you a really good answer in that question. It's the same thing I would say. And if he just doesn't take a meal, then just offer him a meal every week until he does, and stop placing him in with a female until he takes a meal if he's starting to look like things ain't good. If my males breed and then don't take a meal, I don't stop breeding them right away, but if they stop taking a meal for 2, possibly 3 consecutives, he's done breeding until he eats again. It's just the best thing to do. Best thing to do. Males can breed themselves to death. That is a possibility. All right, another snake that we already had sold. I'm going to speed this up, and I think I'm going to save the assist feed for a separate little video. I don't like to do how-to videos, but I'll do a separate little video down the road on that because we're running out of time already, and I'm very sorry about that. But again, if you want to see how to do that, there's so many people out there that have really great videos. I will not do it justice like they did, so you can find them out there. Let's finish this part up. All right, we got, don't you strike at me, you're a sweetie. We got this big old moose. This is a blue-eyed leucistic. She is possible pastel spider. I do believe she has pastel. I don't think she has any spider. She is a great eater, and she has been sold. I do have her on hold on my morph market right now. I understand that, but once it gets to the person, then I take it and put it as sold. That way they can leave a review, and I want them to give an honest review. I don't want them to give them a review, and then they get the snake, and it's not what they liked or wanted, and it's too late. They already left a great review because we've had good conversation. It's not a fair thing to do, plus it's a great way to track your stuff. Beautiful blue-eyed leucistic, already sold. There you go, sweetheart. And the last snake I actually have for sale is this Mojave spider. Come on, enough of this. She's like, what, we eating? She's a female. She does have a slight wobble to her, I will tell you that, but she does not miss her strikes or her meals, and she's super, super interested. She also has some really nice dark lines, dark outlines, which I really like that. When it comes to my spiders, I like to have really dark outlines with them. That's pretty important to me, and this is a beautiful female spider Mojave. And she is on the morph market as well, link down below for that, for sale. And the last one is Todd snake. Todd, here's your little hefty girl here. This is your beautiful spider. And she looks like she's probably going to go in the shed within the next so many days, 3 or 4 days, because she sheds a lot. But she is beautiful, dude. Beautiful. I love her head stamp. Can we see your head stamp, sweetheart? Probably not. I love her. She's sweet. And there you go. So that's just a quick little look at what's going on with the hatchlings and a little bit of a briefing on the live. I had a great time, like I said. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate you all so much, and y'all hitting that like button and stuff. It is amazing. And I'm going to stop talking about the 3K giveaway if you've lasted this long. I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to announce it anymore. I'm not going to post about it anymore. When I hit 3K, I'll run it, and I hope somebody that actually watches my videos win it. All right, so I will save the assist feed for another day. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Yeah, it's been a good week. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a great next week, too. So y'all be good. Love y'all. See me. Bye.